I'm trying to facilitate a trade to get the Packers quarterback so they can't own us anymore. I tweeted it out earlier this week. It involves the Bean and Green Bay.
Yeah, you want to create, instead of the Bean, you want to create some sort of sculpture for
Green
Wisconsin,
Bay.
yeah.
Yeah, for Green Bay. That's exactly right. So, look, it's not the only football news that's out there this morning. Jason Kelsey, we like to refer to Jason Kelsey as Taylor Swift's
brother-in-law.
Brother. No, Taylor Swift's boyfriend's brother.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it. But Jason Kelsey on retiring said,
Nick kind of gave me an opportunity to talk. I didn't announce what I was doing on purpose, despite, I guess, what's been leaked to the media. I just don't think you're in a position after a game like that to really make that decision. I just don't. There's too much emotion in the moment to really fully grasp that decision. I'm not trying to be dramatic and continue to draw this thing out. I'm really not. It's just something that I think, when it's time to officially announce, what's happening in the future, it'll be done in a way that's, definitive and pays respect to a lot of people and individuals that have meant a lot to me and has led to the career I've had. I don't think that it would be respectful or even accurate to be able to do that right after a game like that.
Yeah.
A lot of guys like, if that is your last game, I feel sorry for you. And I'm like, don't feel sorry for me, motherfucker. I had a
Wow.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, man.
he was not having a CPAP moment that was emotional, Jason Kelsey, after the game, tied to the speech he made on the podcast. So he's not retiring, or he doesn't know, seems to be the indication. And meanwhile, in Detroit, Tampa Bay plays Detroit. Detroit plays in a dome. One reporter didn't know that. Tampa Bay Bucks coach Todd Bowles had to answer the question, how are you getting your guys ready for the cold?
You do know we play indoors, right? And they got a dome. I don't. No, nothing planned. We're indoors, and we only have to be outside for 20 seconds getting off the bus going under the thing, so we'll be okay.
Oops.
I know. It's like
so last weekend, John, Andrea, Nick, everybody, last weekend, I tweeted out, X'd out the idea that, well, let's make a trade for Jordan Love. Let's give him Justin Fields. Let's give him Taylor Swift tickets. And then I said, if we could get the artist who did Cloudgate to actually go to Green Bay, and as a total freebie that Chicago pays for, we put up something called the Curd. The Curd, in honor of it, because of the cheese curd.
Right.
Be good. So please welcome to the program renowned artist Anneesh CupPour. Am I pronouncing that right?
Oh, you are. Yes, you are. And you know what? God bless you.
Well, God bless you.
It's an inside joke with Anneesh.
Oh, yes. Well, it's
Everybody says it's a family thing that we do.
well, it's nice.
Yes.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
This is a pleasure to come to this village of Chicago. I do enjoy it. You have some of the best restaurants I've ever seen.
Yes.
Olive Garden and Domino's Pizza. I am hooked.
Yeah, they're both very popular. I know that Cloudgate, I know you're not crazy about the name The Bean, but where the people go, it's under construction. How's that going? Or reconstruction or rehab or whatever's going on?
It's a little reconstruction, just a touch, just a little bit. It's funny when funny story with that, I built that in my studio.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. It weighs 110 tons.
Wow.
And I, like an idiot, I couldn't get it through the door.
Of course not.
And I thought, well, you're a fool, bloody fool. But I did obviously deliver it. The only thing that we are really doing is that I'm using Windex with vinegar.
Oh, and that's how you're getting it out?
That's basically how you clean it.
Oh, I see. So it's a cleaning job.
I come here every once in a while. Although I gave them a case of it. I don't know why they can't do it themselves.
I don't either. I don't either.
God bless you.
And to you too. Anneesh CupPour, say hello to Andrea Darlis.
Anneesh, I'm so thrilled that you're here. Made up of stainless steel plates welded together. How long did that take you to make Cloudgate, a.k.a. The Bean?
Well, it's so funny because people think of this, people think I'm upset about the Bean name, which at first I have to admit, you spend all this time drawing things and building, and then they go, Cloudgate, we call it the Bean. Well, what? You know, this is a little ridiculous. My ode to Rowan Atkinson. I don't think that's particularly right, but whatever.
Yeah, right.
But this happens all the time with my stuff. There's other things that I've built. Was the Sky Mirror? That's another one of my things.
Oh, that's yours?
Yeah, that's mine. And the Leviathan, which they call it the bubble.
Oh, I didn't know
And I don't
that.
think that's fair because that's not what I call it.
So you would like them to be treated for the artistic masterpieces that they are?
Well, you know, and it gets a little ridiculous. The Dirty Corner. Have you the Dirty Corner?
No.
That's at the Palace of Versailles.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. And I'm not making this up. You can look this up. They call it the vagina of the Queen taking power.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Something in London.
It's
We don't know
not
what that is.
I came up with.
Well,
I'll tell you
something
that right now.
that's very odd. All right, so what I have offered, and I'm just curious if you'd be willing to have discussions. We probably can't close the deal here, but would you be willing to go to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and do an architectural structure, sculpture, if you will, whatever your vision is, of a cheese curd?
Of course I will, Stephen.
Oh, you will?
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. The only issue I have with is actually going to Green Bay. I will design anything, but Green Bay, I mean...
So you'd like to design it in your studio in London or maybe here, and then only go to Green Bay for the ribbon cutting?
I don't think I'd even like to cut a ribbon.
No, I don't think Picasso even showed up.
I don't think that's necessary. You know, and I know that have you decided, Steve, that it has to be a cheese curd?
Well, it seemed like a good idea, but I'm open to you. You're the artist, the artist
No, I just
interpretation.
know that I looked up and did a little research to find out what Wisconsin is known for.
Yes.
And maybe a silver bait shop. Well, possibly.
Or a brat, maybe a
A
brat.
brat, yes, a brat. Definitely a giant brat that people could take their pictures with. A big giant brat.
That seems like a
I
lot
think
of
that would be
memes waiting to
wonderful.
happen.
A big badger.
Oh, a badger.
You know, big badger.
The badger.
A big brass badger.
Big Brad badger. Maybe a cow udder. Think about that.
Yes.
Oh, dear. How beautiful would that be?
Well,
I wonder what they call it, Stevie.
maybe leaving it to your vision isn't a great idea.
Your call.
Thought maybe he'd add like a cheese nip or something in there.
Well, see, there again, I think we could have some issues. But whether it's cheese nips, udders, or a bratwurst, shapes and sizes are none of my business. I just think the curd might be a good way to.
I think the curd would be
there.
good, and I've done some drawings just to see is it a fried curd? Is it a fried curd, or is it loaded? Is there gooey cheese on the inside?
I don't know.
Or something?
I don't know, but
Stevie.
I think we could have Culver sponsor it. Maybe make some money off this deal.
that sounds good.
Well, Anneesh, thank you for being here. We appreciate your time, and best of luck
thank
with
you for
Cloudgate.
having me. Love to come back to Chicago.
Yes, okay.
Maybe when the bean is finished being refurbished.
Yes, we could have him back on, and also get a translation.